hello, everybody, and welcome into another edition of Powered Up and Plugged In. I'm Jack. This is Karen. Great to see you back.
I know, I was pretty sick.
She was very sick, young girl, with
Got the COVID
got the COVID, and so we had her down for a few days.
a week
but
ago or
That's a
a
little
week and
over
a
a
half
week ago. But she is. I'm very happy to say
Yeah,
back.
the only thing I can't hear.
Well, sometimes that's a good thing. You don't have to listen to me.
Yeah, but I keep having to go, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's been a long road to healing. First
It
day,
has.
really, I felt decent.
But you're back to being old Karen again, and
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
so
trying.
thankful.
I'm
so
trying,
thankful,
and
we
I-
feel very blessed.
I want to say my sweet little hubby over here took such good care of me the whole time. So it was nice.
I set off the fire alarm twice trying to cook.
Yeah. While
But other than that-
while my sister was on the phone, she go, "You burning the house down?"
Yeah,
No, Jack's
it was an
cooking. You
adventure.
know, it speaks for itself.
It was an adventure, I'll tell you. Hey,
Yeah.
before we go very much further, we have a very great listener out in East Texas,
do.
Karen, that has helped build up our viewership out there. My cousin Cindy Gale Northcutt Roberts Thomas, and I'm very sad to say that Cindy lost her husband Kirk a couple of days ago. So Cindy, we wanted, before we did anything, to let you know we're thinking of you. Our hearts and our prayers are with you, and for all of your family. We hope God's blessings will give you peace and love and joy in your heart.
Prayers for healing. It's a
Absolutely.
tough road after you lose somebody like that.
It really
just
is.
really is.
But thank you very much, Cindy Gale, for all
Excuse
you
me.
do for our show, and we appreciate it so very, very much. Cold weather moved in.
Oh my God.
Holy mackerel. It was cold. Look at the ice. I mean,
That's outside our house.
yes, this is outside our house, and the roads are absolutely solid sheets of ice
Still today.
today, and that is true. And hopefully by the weekend, it'll start melting
Well,
off. Hopefully by tomorrow.
All I know
Friday.
is I've been stuck in this house since a week ago this past Sunday, and I am having cabin fever real bad.
Chomping at the bits.
Oh my
Yeah, so
gosh.
we hope you are safe. We hope you're sound and you're very warm in your house right now. If you don't have to be out, please don't get out and
Yeah.
drive. If you can work from home, gosh, we encourage that, just like everybody on the news media is saying.
Yep.
But you don't get out on those roads. There's no accidents. Your insurance don't go up. There's
Yeah. I'm not
no
getting out on 'em.
injuries. You name it. But we hope you are safe and sound, and all of this should be going away in the next couple of days. Or
We
so.
hope so.
Cowboys lost since we talked to you last.
Yeah.
They lost to the San Francisco 49ers, who in turn, 49ers lost to the Eagles.
That's right.
So now it is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs
That's correct.
in the Super Bowl. And this should be a good one, too, because everybody, I don't care who you cheer for. You watch Patrick Mahomes, and he's like a magician.
Yeah.
He really is with the ball. He's got a high ankle sprain, but they're hoping that by the time the Super Bowl is here, that his ankle will be just fine. He engineered a last-minute drive, to win over Cincinnati last weekend that got him in the Super Bowl. So it should be a lot of fun to watch those two go at it.
Yeah, and this year, one of the big stories is the two quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Are both from Texas.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, and I can't remember where he's from, but I know
Patrick-
Mahomes is from White House.
From White House, Texas,
Right.
just outside of Tyler.
And I
Yeah.
think there's several others that are playing that are from Texas.
Yes, they are on those teams.
So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
I
so
thought.
we got a little homegrown flavor there, even though it's not the Cowboys, and hopefully.
Yeah,
And
disappointing.
speaking of the Cowboys, they fired 6 of their coaches, including their offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. And from what we understand, head coach Mike McCarthy is installing the West Coast offense into the Cowboy system, and he'll be calling all the plays next year for Dallas.
Well,
So it should be an interesting
hopefully
thing.
we'll have a good season next year. We thought maybe we would have one this year, but seems like something always happens.
Always happens, yeah, seems like it. But we always got next year to look out for, and they won 12 games this year and their first round playoff game. So that's something to build on and have a little hopes for.
Yep.
Of course, we're Cowboy fans for life, so
Yep.
that'll make it. Speaking of fans, we heard from one of you guys asking if you could rerun the interview that we did, a round table interview with veterans just prior to Veterans Day. And we heard you. And due to the fact that Karen's been sick, we hadn't been able to get out. And now the weather, we thought it'd be a great time for us to rerun that round table discussion. And that's the subject of this week's All Around Town segment. Let's watch. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of All Around Town. We're at the world-famous Applebee's in Lake Worth, Texas, and boy, are we very proud to be amongst this group of guys with Veterans Day coming up. We wanted to make sure that we had a chance to sit down and visit with veterans and see exactly what's on their mind, how they're feeling about today's military, and as opposed to when they were in. What's the differences and what's the changes? Well, first of all, let's let them identify themselves.
Mike Lipka of U.S. Army, 1967 to 1970.
Chad Winters, United States Marine Corps, 2000-2005.
Jerry Knox, United States Navy, 1981-2005.
William Faulkner, 1972 to 1978.
U.S. Air Force.
U.S. Air Force, 4th Mob.
All right. Well, guys, we can't tell you how honored we are to have you guys here with us. Veterans Day means a lot of things to different people, and I'd kind of like to find out what you guys think about it. First of all, what are your feelings about being a vet? How do you feel about being a vet, and would you do it again?
I'd do it all over again. Very proud of my country and what we've done.
Absolutely, very proud. Do it all over again. No problems with that.
My uniform's ready to go. I can still fit in it, believe it or not. I do need to buy a new pair of shoes, though, because I don't have shoes.
Bigger hat.
There you go. We all like your hat, incidentally.
No, I'm very proud. My family goes back to the Civil War. All of us served, even my son. So it was just something that you were honored to do. Okay?
If I were to ask you guys to share a memory that stands out in your mind from the time that you served, what would that be, Mike?
Well, my orders were changed to go to South Korea because the North Koreans captured the USS Pueblo in February of '68, and our unit was processing. We automatically went to South Korea up on the DMZ, and one of my colleagues in boot camp ended up in the armor division, and I was in the engineering battalion. We'd go up there and groom the roads for them 2 or 3 times a year, and found my buddy up there on one of the tanks, and we got drinking one night, and the old boy says, "Hey, Mike, come on up on the tank." It's classified, weren't supposed to be up there, but I climbed up there, and he said, "Look at this new toy I got up here. Look through this scope." It was an infrared scope looking across the DMZ he's honed in on another tank. And I said, "Well, what's that red dot shining back over here?" And he says, "That's them looking back on us." I said, "I'll see you, Mac. I'm out of here."
I'm going to go have me a beer. Chad, anything come to mind when you were serving?
Yeah. Well, being on ship when we were in the Persian Gulf in 2003, when they started to go into Iraq, when we got our orders that day, it was something memorable. It was, and then when I left the ship on an LCAC and hit the dirt in Kuwait, I'll never forget that neither. I've never been on an LCAC before, but was a fun ride. Yeah. It was different.
Boot camp, 1981, Orlando, Florida. Of course, we're doing our things, making our head call. I had a problem with my belt buckle falling off of my belt. And when I was doing my business in the head, I stood up to turn around and flush the commode, and my belt buckle fell off and went up the pipes. Only belt buckle I had, and try to explain that to your company commander, your drill instructor, drill sergeants. Well, they didn't dog me too bad. They chewed on me a little bit, but maybe go get a new belt buckle. So I've got a lot of stories, and that's just one that come to mind. So.
Well, if anybody's up here at Applebee's when Jerry's up here, let him tell you some of those stories. They're quite animated, I'm telling you. Bill, anything come to mind for you?
Yeah, when I came back from Southeast Asia, I got stationed at Carswell at that time, Carswell Air Force Base. No, excuse me, no. I was at Altus Air Force Base and just come back and started dating a girl, and come to find out it was one of the commander's daughters. 2 weeks later, I had orders to Shimmy, Alaska. Now let me explain where Shimmy is at. If you were going to give the world an enema, that's where you stick the syringe. It's at the very end of the illusion. So I wish she'd have told me her dad was a commander.
You got a trip to Alaska?
Yeah, you got to see Alaska. That's for darn sure. Now, how do you guys feel about how veterans are being treated in this country right now, Mike?
They might be treated a little better. I mean, like the VA benefits have gotten better. The disabled, they're trying to take care of them better back than when we were in. Sure. And but there still needs to be more done. I mean, I think we were worse off when we were in than they are today. So, I mean, it's.
I think the veterans need, it's sad that 22 veterans commit suicide a day. Yeah, and I think there needs to be more, they need to reach out more to the veterans. There's a lot of homeless veterans around, and I think they need to, treat us like we've done something for us. A lot of people go off to college for 4 years, get a 4-year degree, and they give them a job. You go off and serve for 4 or 5 years, and you come back, and they go, you're not qualified. It's getting better than when these gentlemen were in. I agree with that 100%, but I think that needs to be more done.
Yeah, I just think probably bump it up with the homeless out there somehow. Don't have the answer for that right now, but I know there's quite a few of them out there. You see them. Navy veteran or military veteran with the signs on, on the roads and stuff. And I think we could do a little bit more there. So.
Well, I've always got thoughts. I just think they need to. How do I put this? Those in command need to stand by them. No matter what, you need to stand by them. I'm very disappointed in our Joint Chiefs. Okay, and I'll be not trying to get too political, but what they're trying to force down these vets' throats is woke. You hire us to kill and blow things up. Okay, and we can't lose sight of that because China, they're not losing sight of it.
Well, I don't want to be political either, but that leads me to a question I want your honest answer on. Today's veterans, some are being forced into retirement or being forced to leave the military because they won't take an injection of the COVID vaccine. What's your feelings on that?
It's wrong. Just simply wrong. You used to have a choice.
I think they should have a choice when it comes to the COVID vaccine. Now, everything else that we get injected with at boot camp, you don't have a choice. You don't. You get the peanut butter shot in the butt and rock back and forth on the concrete, you know what I mean? It sucks, I mean, you get inoculated for everything, and then we got all that anthrax shots and everything else, and those suck. No, we shouldn't. Not at all. Shouldn't even get the common cold anymore.
Well, I didn't have to do the anthrax. I think I was just getting out, and I wasn't deployable, or wasn't in a deployable unit. I think the deployable units had to get it. I'm not
We all got
positive.
the anthrax, and then when we were on ship, we all got the smallpox vaccination again too.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I remember going every week because I was in worldwide deployment. Now every month, and I was getting vaccinated for something. I didn't have a problem with that. You know, these were proven vaccines. My problem is that the COVID is not really a proven vaccine, and it's not a vaccine. So I have mixed motions.
I do too, because we're not forced in the military. You're not forced to get a flu shot. I wasn't forced to get a flu shot. You can get them if you want, but I never did.
I think we were in the Navy.
Yeah.
Well, you guys spend a
Not-
lot of time hot racking. I'm just kidding.
Shots whether we wanted them or not.
It was nice and warm, though, in that rack.
I bet so, man.
Nice and warm.
Well, guys, I can't tell you what an honor it is to have you guys here. I have one final question. If there's a young person today that's thinking about joining the military, what would be your advice to them?
I tell them to do it.
I would
I'd be
absolutely
right
tell
behind them. 100% support.
Absolutely. It's one of the best things that I've done for myself was joining, because my military family is, we're still strong, and we talk to each other. We take trips together. We, have a mass text and everything else. And it's also helped me through life. It's, not just going and reading a book and taking a test. You live it. And it's real world experience. And it's all over the world, without having to get a damn passport. Yeah, and the travel's free.
What would you tell them, Jerry?
I've talked to quite a few young kids, and any of them I talk to right now, I highly encourage them to go in.
Friends for life.
Yeah.
Life experience.
That's the biggest thing. I got friends now that
And not only that, all of us, we're veterans. No matter what, we've all served. We've all done the same thing. Absolutely. It's
I've got
brotherhood.
a friend over here right now, Steve. I've known him for over 20 years. And I do have a friend of mine right now. He's a retired Navy Master Chief SEAL. He's retired out. I've known him for 30, 40 years. I don't know. A long time. But I would highly encourage him to go in. I loved it. It worked out perfect for me. I can't speak for the gentleman here, but worked out perfect for me, and I would raise my hand right now.
I would too. If I was younger.
Well, I forgot what the question was.
If someone, a young person
Oh,
is
well.
thinking about joining, what advice would you give them?
Be committed. Be committed. Okay. I mean, you're doing something very, very honorable. Okay. Be committed, and you will get life experiences you'll never get anywhere else.
And friends that you can call up.
I can
know,
call
once
folks
a
up right
year.
now and
Tell
come to
them, hey,
mind.
man, you know what? This is what's going on. I got you, brother.
I got your back. I got you 6.
Even the friends I know up here right now that I've met up here that I haven't known but maybe 2 or 3 years, I'd call them up
It's
right
still
now.
a brotherhood.
Yeah.
And hey, Chad, man, hey man, can you help me?
Because I
out?
know I can depend on a veteran.
Yeah,
Always.
dependability.
And I think going into the service makes a better person out of them.
Because there's something bigger than yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, guys, our whole show today is dedicated to the veterans, and right after we get through with this interview, we're going to be running a list of names of veterans in our area that you have submitted to us so that we can salute them too. So remind you, on Friday night, right here at Applebee's in Lake Worth, they are going to have a special menu for veterans, and you'll get your meal absolutely free. And when you come in, my lovely wife Karen and I are going to be presenting you with a very nice metallic flag that will go on your lapel to show that you are a veteran, so everybody can stop by and shake your hand and say thank you for everything you've done.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for recognizing.
Guys, thank y'all very much.
Appreciate you, Jay.
And the next round's on me.
Thank you, Karen.
God, thank you, Karen.
And that's it for right now. Stay with us as we run those names of veterans in our area that you have brought to us. So that's it from Applebee's. So long.
That was such a great conversation.
It really was. And I tell you what, there's no way that we can thank our veterans, men and women who have
Yeah.
served in the United States military.
Yeah, don't do it just on Veterans Day.
Do it every day.
Any day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that also goes for our first responders and people that, you know, have to put themselves out there on the line to help people.
That's correct.
You know, we wouldn't be sitting here today without our veterans.
That's exactly correct.
And we
So
forget that.
we thank you guys and you gals for stepping up and serving our great country and keeping us free. Don't ever forget a veteran.
Yep.
I swear.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget.
Yeah.
So that was a fun interview, a good one to do, and it was a candid interview with the
It
veterans.
was. We should do some more of those
Yeah, we
on
should.
different subjects. It was
We-
a lot of fun listening to other people bloviate.
Bloviate. I like that. I like that. Well, there's
Besides
not, due to the cold weather and everything, the ice, there's not a lot of weekend events coming up.
No, you still got the stock show and the rodeo still going through. I think this is the last weekend that it's going to be. And unfortunately, some of the events may have gotten canceled, but we wanted to bring that to your attention. And also, we wanted to bring back one that we had an interview with at Galilee Restaurant, Mediterranean.
Yeah,
If you get out and about, go by and check them out.
absolutely.
At Galilee, they're off of 199, right next to
Whataburger.
Whataburger, across from Casa Taco Casa.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So do that, and you know,
And tell them you heard it right here.
yeah, tell them you heard it from here, and so forth.
Hey, as we wrap things up today, we want to tell you that if you are still looking for a new home, we had an opportunity to go out and visit in Azle.
In Azle at Rose Hill Edition in Azle, it's an Antares new builder homes, and
I think we have a
went
couple of
through-
shots
We
on
have a
that,
few
yeah.
shots, yeah.
We went out and looked at those, and they are
very
absolutely
nice.
beautiful
Yeah,
homes.
my favorite was the one that had the split vanities
Yeah.
between the man, because I don't like Jack's junk on my side and he don't like my junk on his side. So it worked. It would be perfect for us. But anyway, so
In visiting with the
and
Antares
you know, right
people,
now the builders have a lot of incentives.
they surely do.
So
If you are even thinking about buying a new home, give us a call because we have a really good agreement with the Antares people, and we'll take you out, let you see the homes, let you talk to the Antares people, and we'll work hard to get some of those incentives for you because you'll be surprised right now what builders are offering.
yeah, it's important, and I know people think, well, we can just go out there. Well, you can, but there were so many nightmares last year with new
were.
construction and people that didn't go represented. Go represented, whether it be us or anybody else. Just go represented because they can look at that contract and make sure you're not getting yourself into a pickle
That's exactly correct, yeah.
and have little hidden things in there, you know. So it's always good to be represented when you go to new construction. And a lot of the builders, they welcome the realtors in.
They do,
Some do not, but that's personal choice.
right?
But we encourage you to get representation before you go out and visit.
That is correct. That is correct. As you can see below me on the screen, give me a call if you would like for Karen and I to take you out and let you meet the Antares people and tour some of these homes and see if one of them might be the one you'd like to call your own dream home.
Right, and if you need some help, we've got some, go to our website, palmorealestate.com. There's some guides out there that you can get, buyer guide, seller type things that you can click on and get information that way too. So go to our website and visit those guides. Just click on them and they'll send you a copy.
They
via
surely
email.
will. They surely will. Hey, it's been a lot of fun today. If you'd like to get in touch with us, if you have an idea or a suggestion for an interview, we encourage you and invite you to go on Facebook, if you are on Facebook, and just go to search and type in Powered Up and Plugged In, and our Facebook group page will come up. You can participate. You can say things. You can ask questions. You can make suggestions on places or people or businesses you'd like to see us interview. And that's what this show is all about, spreading the good news about what's going on in our area.
And you can also reach us by sending us an email at pluggedin2024, all one word, at gmail.com. And we will respond to you as soon as we can.
Absolutely. Good
And
to
I-
have you back,
Yeah,
kiddo.
and I just want to say out there, thank everybody for all the well wishes and the get wells last week. It was really appreciated.
Yeah, you got quite a bit of them. You surely did.
So-
And that's what makes this area so special.
Yep,
It
still
really
not
is.
100%, but I'm getting there.
You're mean as
That's
ever.
a tough
so
road, let me tell you.
She's back
Yeah,
to
I'm mean as
normal.
ever.
Trust me, she's back to normal.
Yeah, he's mean.
Oh, it's been fun today. We hope you enjoyed the re-interviewing of the veterans in the roundtable discussion. Don't forget a veteran. It's very cold outside. If you see someone that's a veteran, buy them a cup of coffee or something,
Yeah.
just to let them know how much you appreciate them. It's been fun this week. We always tell you to take care of one another because it doesn't cost anything. And we always say, God bless you, and God bless our great country, the United States of America.
Absolutely. Prayers, everybody.
Absolutely. Till we see you again next week, please be safe. Watch out for the ice out there if you're
Yes,
having
be
to
safe.
drive today or tomorrow, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.